I realize that many people are going to be home this year for Pesach who perhaps have never made Pesach before. So I would just like to go through my kitchen, the simple area, and show hands-on how to do the koshering. Certainly there are lots of stringencies that we can do. This year is a little more difficult because especially for mothers who are taking care of their children and fathers also, they're at home, circumstances are extenuating. So we're going to do the necessities al pi halacha. So first of all, we have a toaster. A toaster, clean out well, which means to open it up, take it apart, take it outside in your backyard, get all the crumbs out, and a toaster obviously cannot be made usable for Pesach. It's got to be put away. That's what the toaster. Let's go to our washing cup. Many say the washing cup you just need to clean, and it really never comes into any contact with chametz directly. Others will say, nevertheless, it's very simple to do hagola. Hagola is, what is hagola? You have a kli rishon. Kli rishon means the vessel in which the water is boiling, which is the first vessel. I've got boiling water. Boiling water means you see the bubbles. You see good active bubbles. And it's very simple, in which, let me turn it up, we'll get more bubbles. Okay. All right. As you can see, nice bubbling. And you can just do hagola. You put it in, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Obviously, this side is hot. So you want to hold it with something. And you do the other side. 1, 2, 3. And you're done. Okay. That's hagola. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. Hagola is what you do for anything that is used as a klisheni or klishlishi. Klisheni means a vessel in which the cooking was not done, but the food that was cooked in a first vessel was then placed in a second vessel. So this is not a second vessel. This is not a third vessel. I don't know what this is. That's why many say you don't even have to kashi. But we did. Okay? I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Okay, we did. All right, I'll put it back. Let's go to the stovetop. The stovetop, the way to kasher a stovetop is you put the fire on high, you take something, this has water in it, and you keep it on for, I usually keep it on until the water boils, which will be around 5 minutes. This water is already boiled. Okay, when you do that, you have just kashered over here, this part of the burners. Some will say, what do you do with the outside part of the burners? Theoretically, you could put it in a self-cleaning oven. However, that could damage, there's rubber on the bottom. So what you can do is, you can lift it up, and this is very hot, so I can't touch it, but what you can do is like just hold it, the outside part, over the fire. Holding it like this, if you want to do something like this. Just holding it over the fire for just a few seconds. Go very slowly like this, and that's how you will kasher it. Expect to burn yourself a little bit also. All right? Also, you want to put pots, and if you have a blech, many will say take a blech and cover it, your chametz blech. Put some aluminum foil on it, cover it, turn up the fires. The purpose of the blech is to trap the heat and disperse it underneath so everything gets very hot. Obviously, before we kasher anything, it should be clean. So you got to make sure this is clean, thoroughly clean, and then you can do the kashering. Let's go to our sink. This water is boiled. You take the boiling water to kasher a sink. It usually takes 2 of these kettles per sink. The way to do this is a kli rishon. the water has been cooked boiled in this vessel. We want to have irui mekli rishon, pouring from a kli rishon. You want to start on the top, ignore that. You want to start on the top, and you want to get a nice, good stream, a slow stream. And you want to just go back and forth, trying to cover every part of it. Okay? A nice continuous stream. Notice that I have my kettle as close as possible because we don't want it to travel through the air and cool off. We want this boiling hot. Back and forth, back and forth. You do this to all four sides, okay? And when you get to the top, obviously, you're going to do the top like this. You might spill a little bit, have a towel handy because you're obviously going to be spilling a little bit. And you get the boiling water over everything. And you have to do the back everywhere. And this is what you do. Now, after you've done all four sides, you have to do the middle. I would recommend that these pieces, the strainer, thank you, in both the meat and dairy, that it should be replaced for Pesach. If that's impossible, then you'll kosher it by pouring. But I strongly urge you, you can get it at Kroger's or anywhere. You want to take some of the hot water, go around and down, right in the center. Don't hesitate, use a lot of water. What about the spout? If the spout comes off, I turn it over and I give it a good washing. Boiling water right there. Why is that? Because maybe something hot that might have had chametz, some steam or whatever, went up and got absorbed into this. In addition, we're going to kasher the whole top. We're going to do everything. Even the back of it. Again, pouring boil. I'm running out of boiling water. That's what we do. And this is true for the handle also. You want to do the handle, you want to do everything that is here. So as I said, it takes me, with this vessel, it takes me at least 2 filled. And by the way, the second time you have to boil it, it boils very quickly because once the vessel is hot, it'll boil much faster. And so that's what it takes me, around 2, 2.5, until I'm able to do the entire sink. Then I have to go to the next sink, and we do the same thing, we repeat, okay? After I do this, I'll take a pot which has had the boiling water, which I've used for Haggalah. What pot do I use? I use a chametz pot, which has not been used in 24 hours. A clean chametz pot that hasn't been used in at least 24 hours. I then take this pot, after it boiled, I was koshering the fire and the grates over here, and I take the pot and I just dump it in. Getting that boiling water, see the smoke coming up, getting that boiling water to go down the center, and in addition, it'll continue to bring out, purge whatever has been absorbed. That's as far as the kitchen sink.
Wait 24 hours.
Many recommend you should wait 24 hours before koshering your sink. If that's not possible, then take some soap, some dishwashing soap or whatever, and wash it down with soap. This way you will be poging it, you will make it stale, and thereby more easily able to purge and destroy whatever flavor of chametz has been absorbed. So yes, you should try to wait 24 hours before we kasher anything. Dishwashers. I don't use a dishwasher. I don't kasher a dishwasher on Pesach. There are some dishwashers that people say stainless steel, it can be done. I don't recommend it. I know there are those, Rabbi Heinemann says that there are some models that can be kashered. Please go on the Star K online for the Star K to see exactly which models Rabbi Heinemann Shlita says can be kashered, how it can be kashered. As far as the countertops, wipe them down and cover them. Anything you cover doesn't have to be kashered. So instead of pouring boiling water all over and making a mess, cover it. What can you cover it with? You can cover it with contact paper. Make sure it easily peels off. Contact paper. Or you could use aluminum foil. If you use aluminum foil, sometimes you might want to use two covers, one on top of the other. Because during Pesach, you put things down, it can tear. And then you lost your cover. But anything that you cover doesn't have to be kasher. Does not have to be kasher. As far as your cabinets, your chametz cabinets, anything that has chametz in it, take some tape, masking tape, tape it up. Tape it up. Make sure you sell your chametz. If you cannot go in person to Rabbi Gordon, which we strongly recommend you do not, call him on the phone. Identify yourself, or you can Skype. And you can sell the chametz. You can appoint Rabbi Gordon to be the agent, and he's my agent, and then we'll sell the chametz for you, and he'll write it down, your address, and wherever you might have any chametz of anything. You're not selling your dishes, you're not selling your pots and pans, you're only selling the chametz that perhaps got absorbed and remains there. So anything that's chametz, tape it up. Make sure you tape it up well, because little children especially are accustomed to going into the drawers and pulling things out. So you better put some good tape all around it, and this way that'll prevent them and also prevent your husbands. As far as the oven is concerned, if you have a self-cleaning oven, self-cleaning ovens are self-koshering. Put it through a self-cleaning cycle, and that should make it ready for Pesach. This oven is already ready for Pesach. We put some aluminum foil on the handle. You really don't have to, but we do. It's very simple. It doesn't take a lot of effort, especially now before Pesach. We know which oven is kosher for Pesach, and it's just an extra stringency that we don't touch with our hands. And the handle, how do you kosher the handle? Is very hard. I don't know how. And this way we have the oven is kosher. As far as the refrigerator is concerned, you want to.
What if it's not self-cleaning?
If it's not a self-cleaning oven, you need to turn it up to its highest temperature. Some say half an hour, some say an hour, some say 72 minutes. You want to put it up to like 450 for 72 minutes. You must make sure that it's clean. Before you kasher, self-cleaning is going to clean it, and it destroys. If you don't have a self-cleaning oven, you must make sure that it's absolutely clean. So you have to use something like Easy Off. Thank you. Easy Off the night before, and this way it's clean, and it's going to destroy really anything that's in there, and then you can do the koshering process.
Do you need 24 hours for that?
Some say you should wait 24 hours. If you made a mistake and you didn't wait 24 hours, then you can rely on the Easy Off and the koshering that you do. Yes, absolutely, you should wait 24 hours. By the way, anything that you kasher by Hagolah means purging. For example, what would you kasher? Let's say you have a becher, a kiddush cup. It's made of metal. Things that are made of glass, we want to refrain. We don't want to kasher. Things that are made of plastic, we don't want to kasher. Unless it's like a plastic handle to a metal utensil. Then they're more lenient. Again, the way the kasher is, you haven't used the vessel, or in this case, the kiddush cup, for 24 hours. It's clean. You immerse it in the boiling water. You don't have to immerse it the entire thing at once. You can immerse it half, hold it in there. 1, 2, 3. Not 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Take it out, turn it over, and you do the same thing. Then you should put it under cold water. We put it under cold water, and that seals it. The cold water causes it to seal, so nothing will get reabsorbed. What if you forgot to put it under the cold water? It's still kosher l'Pesach. It's okay. The refrigerator, everything comes out. If you can take out the shelves, in most refrigerators you can easily, try to wipe them down and clean them. The sides of the refrigerator, wipe them down. You can take a paper towel, take a little cleanser or something, wipe it down. Your refrigerator is clean. You don't have to use inserts and you don't have to cover it because in many circumstances that can hinder the airflow in the refrigerator. So if you can put something in that won't hinder it because the shelves themselves don't have space, it's a solid shelf, you can put a piece of aluminum foil over that. But even if you use aluminum foil or something, I would take them out and wipe them down. Doesn't take that much effort. As a matter of fact, I even did some of it. So it can be done, even by a man. It can be done, and that's what I recommend as far as that is concerned. As far as your freezer is concerned, the same thing. Open the freezer. Of course, you have to make sure you're taking anything that's chametz. You got to get rid of the chametz. As far as the chametz is concerned, of course, we want to try to consume as much chametz as we can before Pesach. And within 30 days prior to Pesach, consuming chametz is fulfilling the mitzvah of destroying chametz, bir chametz. So do the mitzvah. If you find that you have some chametz that's left over and you don't know what to do with it, put it away. Put it in some bag and put it away and tie it up and make sure nobody touches it, and you will sell it and you will denounce ownership on that. And that's, if we have to rely on that, we will. Always best to get rid of the chametz gomer, that which is pure chametz. Bread, noodles, cake, cookies, crackers, cereals. Okay? What did I forget?
Baking things, pans and baking stuff.
Okay, things that you use to bake and whatever, and these things, I would not kasher for Pesach. I would not kasher things that are used for baking with chametz. I certainly wouldn't do, I would not venture to kasher that. You can go to stores and you can get, as a matter of fact, because many who are making Pesach don't have Pesach pots and pans and whatever. If you need to kasher a pot here and there, a pot like this, how would you kasher it? I would take a larger pot, which I have, and I would fill that larger pot, a chametz pot, not used to 24 hours, perfectly clean. Water is boiling, and I would immerse this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then put it under cold water. Now, if you kasher something for Pesach, do not put it down on your chametz counter. So put something on here, even if you use paper towels to create a temporary surface, and you put that's where you can put it. You don't want to put the hot Pesach dick, you just kasher the Pesach dick on a chametz counter. Don't hesitate, if necessary, to use disposables. They have beautiful disposables, and this year, many Rabbonim are telling people, don't go crazy, you don't have to go out and buy this and buy that. Don't hesitate to use disposables. No woman wants to be standing on her feet at 12:30 at night after a Seder, maybe 1 o'clock, and doing dishes. So don't hesitate. The important thing is not how fancy the Pesach is, but that it should be a chag, kosher, v'sameach. We should be able to do the mitzvahs appropriately. We should be able to do the mitzvahs b'simcha and enjoy our mishpachas.
Okay. I will unmute. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask now. Nope. Okay, this class has been recorded, so we will send out an email in a little while with this recording. If anybody has any questions, feel free to contact Rabbi Slatus directly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.